They, just like DPRK, um, Ansar Allah is the legitimate government of Yemen, right? The other government exists because of interference. So yeah, absolutely. I'm learning about North Korea, but wow, they get a lot of info about the middle. They get a lot of info about the Middle East. Oh, I mean DPRK. Something you might find interesting, those of you who are new to learning about DPRK. I have this wonderful command in my chat. You can type this even when I'm offline. Wait, that's not it. This one. Internationalism. If you come into my chat and you type internationalism into chat, then that will take you to this wonderful article here, which gives you an idea of why DPRK, while it's unpopular with the Western governments, it shows you how DPRK is involved all around the world in all kinds of liberation movements. And that's why with those decolonial forces, when they start gaining some power, that's why they thank the DPRK, right? Like you can see all the different places it has listed here. Look at this. This is actually published in South Korea, and it's meant to demonize the DPRK, right? It's like supposed to be like, look, this is the DPRK support for terrorism all around the world. Look at them. And then this is the list of stuff that they do. And it's like Argentina finance the People's Liberation Army with hundreds of thousands of dollars in 71 to 72. Help establish a guerrilla base at Sada in December 73. Trained a cadre of 30 to 40 Argentine guerrillas, extended 1,600,000 in aid to the Revolutionary People's Army of Argentina, the Fatherland Safeguarding Movement of Paraguay, and Latin America, a radical leftist group, in October 1977. Bolivia gave 280,000 to leftists from 65 to 73 to aid in anti-government activities. Brazil helped establish a guerrilla base in November 1970 in the vicinity of Porto Alegre, trained 16 guerrillas, and provided the guerrilla organization with 50,000 for arms purchase. Chile, my comrades scanned this document while working for some archive in New York. Chile, a North Korean agent, Kim Chang, you can see it there. Like I say, if you type exclamation mark internationalism, you can see her post about it. Chile, North Korean agent Kim Chang-buk was deported by military government in June 73 on charges of helping anti-government guerrilla group called Leftist Revolutionary Chile. Supplied rifles and other military equipment to communist-oriented leftists in November 1975. A delegation of Chilean leftist revolutionary movements Central Committee, led by its General Secretary Andres Pascatal Allendez, visited Pyongyang in November 1976. What's it called here? It's called Vantage Point. This particular episode is, or this particular issue, sorry, is from October 1978. So you can imagine again how much more they've done since then. This as well. Costa Rica, 4 DPRK diplomats arrested on suspicion of instigating anti-government student demonstrations in May. Guatemala, trained 100 members of Guatemalan People's Liberation Army. Guyana, guerrilla training camp in Guyana. About 800 guerrillas were trained by DPRK, Communist Chinese, Cuban, and Palestinian instructors in 1976. Mexico trained 50 members of the Movement for Revolutionary Action, MRA, in North Korea for 6 to 13 months in 1971. North Koreans were found working in MRA in December 1973. Paraguay gave 180,000 to Rajas for his anti-government activities in 65 to 73. Peru, 20 Peruvian women were trained within the compound of the North Korean Trade Mission in Peru in anti-government subversive activities in April 1977. A considerable number of Peruvian students were trained in guerrilla warfare in Pyongyang in early 1977 during the July 1977 general strike in Peru. North Koreans provided military training to members of an anti-government organization at a guerrilla base near Lima. United States. North Korea furnished booklets on revolution and guerrilla warfare to the Black Panthers, comprising over 1,200 black people in 66 units, and other leftist organizations in the United States in June 1971. With the U.S. bicentennial in mind, North Korea invited the Chicago district leader of the Puerto Rican Socialist Party, Juan Melendez, to visit Pyongyang and assured him of North Korean support in a joint communique in June 1975. By the way, if you're curious about the DPRK Black Panther connection more, I also have this, which is the Black Panther newsletter that you might be interested in, that I'll link for you. And in this particular issue of the Black Panther newsletter right here that you can get, you can see there's a telegram from Comrade Kim Il-sung to the Black Panther Party that you might appreciate. Just to further cement that DPRK Kim Il-sung support. Uruguay financed leftist group Socialist Party with 343,000 in 65 to 73. Venezuela provided the Forces for National Liberation with $50,000, supported their guerrilla activities in the mountainous areas of 66. So some of the progenitors to like the Chavistas. Algeria, and a major training ground for Palestinian guerrillas. Communist Chinese and North Korean instructors trained Algerian guerrillas in 1976. Chad trained members of the insurgent army, including its leader, Al-Bass Sadiq, in October 1969. Palestine gave 3 to 5 month training courses to 30 to 40 guerrillas from Palestine, Zaire, Angola, and Mexico. At the guerrilla training camp in North Korea from January 1972 to January 1976, provided Arab terrorists with weapons, trained 30 PLO guerrillas in North Korea in August 1972. Also, 70 to 80 North Korean instructors trained Palestinian guerrillas in 1973. 12 Palestinian guerrillas of Hatwame, which is PDFELP, the PFLP, by any means necessary. Thank you so much to the 100 biddies. Excellent. Let me have a look at that in a second. So from the PFLP, they underwent a 1-year training course in North Korea in September 1975. And again, like we can kind of like supplement. And by the way, I did see that quote earlier. I will get to that. We can supplement as well the support like from Palestine towards the DPRK, for example. There's restaurants in Palestine, in Gaza, that offer DPRK citizens, like this one here, 80% off anything that if a DPRK citizen goes to this restaurant in Gaza, they get 80% off. Out of like thank you because like because like in Palestine, like the especially among resistance groups, like the love and the support that DPRK has given is very much recognized. Frank, thank you so much for the subby. 27 months. Look at that. I love that. My mom, I'm at what a stream where my mods pay me. Incredible. Thank you, comrade. Appreciate that. Oh, yeah, you want to translate this for chat? Absolutely. Absolutely, comrade. Yeah, the publication is called Vantage Point. You could download it from that comrade's tweet that I sent you if you have an account on there. If not, I could save the screenshots and put them in my Discord later as well, if comrades wish. Yes, that is the link right there. Bookmark that. Bookmark it. Save the screenshots even better because who knows when that person's account um who knows if that person's account ever gets taken down too, right? So if you can screenshot those, if you can screenshot them, or if you can save the pictures, that's probably going to be the best way. Because Twitter is absolutely horrible when it comes to us, right? Okay, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate that. Our comrade, um, our comrade here translated this sign for us. Rabia restaurant announces this damn ad break thing is all up in my shit, making it hard to read chat. Hold on. There we go. Ra- Rabia restaurant announces discount up to 80% for Korean customers as payback for the role the Korean leader in support of the Palestinian cause. Let's go. The scan from her, these scans here are from whatever archive she took this from. Why do a lot of communist parties around the world that are legitimate MLs shy away from being involved by name in DPRK solidarity, like they do with Palestine and Cuba? Do you think they're scared of being seen as weird by the people they wish to reach due to how YouTube and the internet manage to propagandize most of the world against DPRK? I guess like what communist parties do you mean? Like specifically in the West, comrade? Like is this like is this something you notice in your area? Because this is of course a problem in with Western parties here um in the US and Canada. But I do feel like there has been through efforts like Korean friendship associations and others, I do feel like it has been getting a little bit better, you know? Like I do feel like it has changed quite significantly. But yeah, I mean, it is a amount of propaganda. It's the same reason why even the ones that are more friendly towards DPRK now still won't like study Juche seriously or do so with a kind of like we don't trust this type of thing, you know? That's the problem. Yeah, PSL, FRSO, and WWP are all openly in support of DPRK for sure. One of my favorite details here as well is this one, Sri Lanka. Many people don't realize this one either. Sri Lanka, all 18 North Korean diplomats in Colombo were ousted for giving financial support to the People's Liberation Front, which tried to topple the government in April 1971. This is also called the Tamil Tigers, is their armed wing. You might have heard of that. Thailand gave guerrilla training to 25 members of Thai Communist Party. Northern Ireland announced its support for and furnished Marxist training to the rebel Irish Republican Army in May 1972. And in West Germany, it supported the Baader Meinhof gang. Or at least they had communication with each